Hare Krishna. Well, here we are again. This worked for us well yesterday. I got some favorable response, despite the glare that's coming from the background. Devotees were happy to have a visual answer. So here we are. And we have 3 questions today. One is from Grantha-rāja. She's quoting from the 3rd canto and asking, what does cin-mātra mean? Well, my suggestion is that when devotees ask questions, they do a little bit of research, see if they can answer the question themselves. They do a bit of thinking. Now, what does this really mean? And when they can't, or they have different alternatives to their answer, then ask, well, this is the way I saw it. Is this right or not? Or if we don't understand something at all, that's something else. Chin, chit, chintamani, satchit, ananda. It means spiritual. So this refers to the Brahmavadis, those who are able to attain Brahmananda, the bliss of Brahman, their experience of spiritual existence. Now, interesting, this word Brahmananda in itself it doesn't talk about something impersonal, because there is no Ananda in Brahman. Brahman is Krishna's feature of pure existence. So there's no Ladini Shakti there, there's no Ananda there, but the pleasure one attains is actually relief from material suffering, from material existence. And that's what this cin-mātra is, the experience, the matra, the quality. Of course, there's no qualities, no qualitative thing in Brahman, but still the quality of spirituality, of being spiritual, of what being Brahma Bhuta, being spiritually situated, what that implies. That's what Tanmatra means. So being situated in a spiritual identity. The Cāru-hāsa asks about, well, can I give some clarity on the importance of guru-dakṣiṇa? Can grihastas also beg guru-dakṣiṇa, or is this just the prerogative of the brahmacharis and brahmacharinis? Generally speaking, well, I've spoken about this a lot, so I'm going to be brief. Guru-dakṣiṇa is an essential, albeit external aspect of the process of initiation. Like with so many things in Krishna consciousness, there's a external aspect to a real spiritual practice. In this case, the spiritual practice is surrender to spiritual master, to the disciplic succession, to Krishna, and enter into that lineage. That is initiation. But how much do I actually am doing this? How much do I actually appreciate this? So obviously that's going to be shown by how seriously someone takes what they've received in initiation. Well, what do we receive? We receive the holy name. We receive the Diksha mantras that we've received. We receive the opportunity to cultivate and develop prema bhakti. So there's so many benefits that we've gotten. Now, how am I going to show my appreciation for that? Of course, by how I value these things is going to be the primary thing, and how I give my life for Krishna's service. That's primary. But still, there should be something external. So what is it that I will give? And this is not just in our line. This you find in every line. When someone, even in Zen Buddhism or so many other spiritual, not hardly spiritual, but nonetheless schools, spiritual schools, there's always a tradition that people give. They show, what is this worth to me? And so how do I show what thing is worth? Well, in this day and age, usually people, not just in this day and age, but others, they give something of value, or they give what is valuable to the guru. Krishna asked Sanipani Muni, well, what would you like? Because Krishna gave Dakshina, and Sanipani Muni said, bring my son back from life. No, well, it's a rare disciple who's able to do that. Krishna and Balaram were able to do that, and that's what did take place. But in the absence of that, then what is the value of this Dakshina? Where does it go anyway? Well, it's the property of ISKCON, and it goes to ISKCON. So one very generic way in which devotees can serve ISKCON is by, collecting funds. They go and they beg. But that's, brahmacharis don't have any funds. Grihastas have their own personal. For them to beg in the way that brahmacharis do, I would say that that would be more something that comes under the jurisdiction of their local temple authority. If they went out and sold books, and the profit of those books went towards Dakshina, and that was favorable to the local temple, then fine. But still, if a grihastha is working, then yes, I sacrifice part of my hard-earned wealth, and if devotees don't have wealth, then what little that I do have. And it's according to one's ability, really. In one sense, it's not an issue of amount, but it's an issue of how much do I value something. For instance, when someone's, material world people are preparing for Christmas, what do you do to buy Christmas presents? Do you just look and see what's in your bank account on the day before Christmas and go shopping? No, people save up. Why do they save up? Well, because they are going to give things to people that they love, and they want to express that love by giving something of value. And in order to do that, you have to collect in advance. You have to save in advance. So people will save. They will save money over the preceding months, and that is how, in my humble understanding, that is also how devotees should express and show their thanks, their appreciation for Dakshina. And if they prepare and do that in advance, then it doesn't have to be a large financial burden, and it also becomes something that can reflect how much I value what I've received. Okay, and number 3, Adhokṣaja Kṛṣṇa is quoting Srila Prabhupada, saying that devotees never become māyāvādīs, but there's many examples of māyāvādīs becoming devotees. Then why are we so worried about his Damodar? Why are we so worried about devotees not associating or associating with māyāvādīs? Well, because young devotees, those who are not very advanced in spiritual life, they can easily get influenced. And even advanced devotees. Why would advanced devotees, why in the world would they want to, and Srimati Radharani, why in the world would they want to hear how people disparage the person they love? Māyāvādīs simply explain how Krishna doesn't exist, Krishna is Maya, his pastimes are Maya, it's all illusion. Neither young devotees nor advanced devotees would want to participate in something like that. So why? It's offensive. And when you commit an offense, then regardless of whether you may not fall down otherwise, you may be strong enough philosophically, but because you're hearing offense of Krishna, therefore you may fall down. Hare Krishna.